The CORE MD Consortium stands for Coordinating Research and Evidence for Medical Devices, and it's unique in our experience in Europe because this is the first time that medical associations and academic institutions have worked together with national medical device regulators, with the European Commission, with notified bodies, with health technology assessments, with advisors from industry, with patient associations, and with national health institutes to look objectively at clinical evidence standards for medical devices and to recommend to the regulators how these should be evaluated in Europe in the future.
The history of medical device regulation in Europe is actually a lot younger when you compare it to the history of other health products like medicines. We started regulating medical devices in the 1990s, but it took a very different pathway to the regulation of medicines. Because of some well-characterized product safety issues, there was a decision made around 2010 to look at recasting the legislation and to bring it into up-to-date with modern practice and to have a much greater focus on things like clinical evidence. As a result of that, we have the medical device regulation. Although the medical device regulation is very detailed, it has quite general requirements for clinical evidence where something like the CORE MD project has a brilliant potential to help to give the principles and methods to allow those legal principles to be applied in practice. And I think that's why the CORE MD project has such great potential.
Medical device regulation is at its core about patient safety, and that is why we need healthcare professionals with thorough scientific and medical background to support the implementation of our legislation so that we actually keep the patient's best in sight. And that is why we are very much in need of the healthcare professionals to actually engage in developing our legislation and providing the clinical evidence that we need for devices placed on the market. Because at the bottom line, as a clinician, you wouldn't want to expose your patients to devices that do not have clinical evidence.